Chuck Hessian, Mr. Tim Haynes, Mr. Stephen Galley, and Mr. Greg Tansey. Again, all participating remotely. All right, I need a motion to open the public meeting.
I'll make a motion to open the meeting.
Motion, got a second, all in favor, roll call. Myself, yes. Mr. Baker Senior,
Yes.
Hessian,
Yes.
Haynes,
Yes.
and where's Mr. Tansey? Turn your microphone on.
Here I am.
And are you in favor of opening the public meeting?
I am. Yes.
And as a refresher, who is voting members here? Myself, okay, just as a refresher, voting members are myself, Greg Tansey, Tim Haynes, and Robert Baker. So as far as I can see, we got everybody here. This goes to Mr. Hessian. If you're recusing yourself, I need you to say goodbye.
I will. Goodbye.
All right, thank you.
One thing, Rob, you may want to clarify which Bob Baker. You just said Bob Baker for the vote.
Bob Baker Senior.
Okay. Good night, guys.
Good night.
I appreciate it.
Where am I here?
All right, let me read the legal ad. Let's see, open call, chapter 2, remotely conducted continuance public hearing on the petition filed under chapter 40B, comprehensive permit by Shingle Mill LLC, care of Conoco, 41st Street, Bridgewater, Mass. 02324, to allow the construction of 236 units of residential housing, AKA the project, within 2 5-story buildings on approximately 29.33 acres of land located at 0 Pond Street and 152 Wilson Street, AKA the site. The applicant is proposing 25% of the units to be classified as affordable per MGL Chapter 40B. The site is located on 0 Pond Street, Lot 13, Map 9, and 132 Wilson Street, Lot 68, Map 10. A copy of this application materials, plans, and other documents are available upon request electronically from the town clerk by dialing 781-871-1874, press 1 for the town hall, then option 6 for the town clerk's office. Email address, clerk department, rockland-mass.gov. There you go. Okay. Now, we received a letter from Mark T. Vaughn. Let's see, I'm going to read the letter. Dear Robert, that's me. Please be advised that this firm and the undersigned represent Jones Street Residential as authorized agent for Shingle Mill LLC, herein collectively the applicant in connection with the above captioned comprehensive permit application pending before the Rockland Zoning Board of Appeals, ZBA. As you are aware, the comprehensive permit application transmitted to the town of Rockland ZBA on March 6, 2020, as stamped as received by the town clerk on March 9, 2020, had its initial public hearing with the ZBA on April 7th, 2020. Several subsequent continued public hearings since that date. Although we are currently scheduled to be before the ZBA at your continued hearing date of April 6, 2021, we are respectfully requesting that this hearing date be continued to your meeting date of June 1st, 2021. The applicant's development team is in the process of addressing some items raised as a part of the Rockland Conservation Commission's review of the project, and this additional time will provide an opportunity for the applicant to respond to same. Should we need additional time to address these items, we will notify you in advance of that date. In connection with this request, please note that the applicant agrees to extend the statutory 180-day deadline for the ZBA to close the public hearing until June 4th, 2021. We very much and sincerely appreciate all the time and effort extended by the members of the ZBA in reviewing this application, as well as that of the various departments of the town of Rockland. We look forward to the opportunity to close the public hearing at your June 1st, 2021 hearing date. Thank you for your attention and courtesy to this request. Very truly yours, Mark T. Vaughn. Mr. Galvin, I'm assuming that's the same letter you got? Got to turn your mic on.
It was the same letter that I received at the same time the board received it. Yes.
Okay. All right. So basically, they're asking for a continuance for June 1st, 2021. I'm assuming 6:30 is still good for everybody. Is that a yes?
Yes.
Yeah. 6:30.
And So we've got all the voting board members here, so that's a good thing. I guess I need a motion to continue.
Motion to continue the public hearing to June 1st, 2021 for single mills.
Okay. What time?
6:30,
30 works?
yes.
Got a motion, I need a second.
I'll second.
I got a second. Roll call. Myself, yes. Mr. Baker Senior,
Yes,
Mr. Haynes,
Yes.
Mr. Tansey.
Yes.
All right, so that motion carries. Kim, can you make sure that the applicant knows continue to June 1st, 2021 at 6:30?
You got it. I'm on it.
All right. So that takes care of that. The last,
Rob.
Yeah.
Could we request that they have all the information to us by May 27th?
Kim, can you include that in the email?
May 27th.
Yes,
You got
none
it.
of this stuff getting it to us at 7 o'clock Monday night before the meeting.
No, that doesn't work. That doesn't
So-
work.
Some of the information that they're obtaining or that need to obtain, they may not have in time for the June 1st meeting. That's a possibility. So I assume if they don't have it that week before, then they'll probably be looking for a further continuance.
Yeah, because they know we need to be able to review this. So
Well, they needed to get some more information, and they acknowledged that, and that's why they requested a continuance.
all right. So Kim's gonna let them know. That's fine.
I would add, if this is going to be a final submittal for a final, they're expecting it to be a final hearing, it should be in weeks ahead. I mean, there should be ample opportunity for the public to see it, for us to review it. I mean, literally putting it in days ahead. They promised.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Plus, that Memorial Day weekend is that weekend, and I think, we'd need at least 2 weeks.
Could it be extended a couple of weeks to the next meeting, the 15th or the 6th of, well, not 6th of July, that would stink.
When the applicant mentioned the continuance, there was certainly an understanding that this date was contingent upon them getting some further information together. And there was an acknowledgement that they mean to have a further continuance. They knew that this was the first available date in June, and so they asked it, but they didn't give us 100% certainty that they would have the information in time for that meeting. And if that happens again, we'll convene on the 1st and we'll probably have another continuance. So
Well, that takes care of it then.
Yep.
The only other thing we have to take care of is the approval of past minutes. I'm assuming that everybody's looked at them. I would entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
Motion. to approve the-
Rob, do you remember what dates those were?
Off the top of my head, no, I don't have them in front of me. That's the problem. They're at my house.
Okay.
Kim, do you happen to have the meeting dates on that?
I don't right in front of me.
See if I have them. Are these the Shingle Mill meeting minutes? Rob?
Yep, this is the last round of minutes that were required.
Those are the only ones that I've seen.
Give me 1 minute. Let me see if I can pull them up.
I might be able to get them out of my email. Oh, let me see.
I think these were the ones that were at the town hall for us. We had to pick up.
So the draft meeting minutes were from April 7th, 2020. These were old ones.
Mhm.
July 21st, 2020. December 15th, 2020.
Yeah, these
So
are
we
the,
approved those last meetings.
that was subsequent meetings after that.
So April 7th, these were old meeting minutes that never got approved.
Motion approved the minutes of
Get a
the
mo-
dates that town council just described to us.
April 7th, July 21st, and December 15th, all of 2020.
Need a second?
Second.
Who was that? Mr.
Hey,
Haynes?
Tim.
All right, I got
By
to,
the way, there's one other date that was sent over. That was the February 2nd, 2021 meeting minutes. So add one more to that.
Cam,
I'll
you
add
got
that.
Second that one too.
all right, let's do this one more time for everybody. Mr. Baker, you're making a motion to approve what?
April 7th, July
April 7th.
21st, December 15th, and February 2nd, 2021.
Yes, that's the motion for those dates that town council gave to us.
Okay, Mr. Haynes, are you seconding that?
Second that motion.
Kim, do you have all that information?
Yes.
Okay. I need a roll. I got a motion. I got a second roll call. Myself, Mr. Baker Senior,
Yes,
Mr. Haynes,
Yes.
Mr. Tanzi,
Yes.
and Mr. Galley, because you're here and you can approve these because this is something different. So
Okay, yes.
yeah, I got all five. So that's carried. From there, what are we looking at? We're looking at, I need a motion to adjourn.
motion to adjourn.
Got a second?
Second.
I got a second on Mr. Haynes. Roll call. Myself, yes. Mr. Baker Senior,
Yes,
Mr. Haynes,
Yeah.
Mr. Galley,
Yes.
and Mr. Tanzi.
Yes.
Done. All right. Thank you, everyone, for coming. We will see you on the next meeting, which is
April 20th.
April 20th.
There are people with questions.
There are
Raising
people
their
with-
hands.
There are people with questions. Who's got questions here? Where are we?
Mr.
Somebody
Ronan,
has
Ms.
asked a question.
Manuel, and Ms. Ellis all had questions.
All right. Who is Miss Ellis? Where do I see a Miss Ellis?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. What's your question, ma'am?
Thank you I was just waving goodbye. I don't have a question.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Well, I appreciate you showing up. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Mr. Ronan had his hand up.
Yes, sir.
Yes, would that require a new application and a new start date?
No,
No, they requested the continuance and they accepted that we are going to go over the 180 days. So
That my question is to Attorney Galvin, is that a procedural or is it a legal position that he's taking?
sure. Well, it's academic now, but they were raising the possibility that 180 days had expired. Not a
Okay,
position that we agreed with, but it's settled at this point.
who settled it?
That letter that they sent in requesting a continuance agreed that the time frame is extended.
And who agrees to this, them or us, or both of
Well,
us?
they proposed it and the board accepted it.
Okay. Was that voted on by the board?
Just now and agreeing to continue it and accepting their request for a continuance. It was contained in the letter.
Okay,
Believe me, you don't want to have them not accept it. It would not be favorable.
okay. That was my question. I appreciate your answer. Thank you,
Yep.
sir.
Okay. Looks
Very
like,
good.
looks
Mary
like
Barnes,
Parsons has her hand up.
You're on mute.
gotta turn the microphone on, Mary. There we
Did you
go.
get my comments?
Comments we've
Using
got.
that ZBA email address.
The comments did
Did
come.
the other information go through?
Yeah, it came in through the.
What about the fact sheet for PFAS?
That I still didn't see.
Okay. And the department letter? What, the water department letter?
Yeah, that I didn't see. Because again, I think the.
Okay, because is it,
We can take it all up at the next meeting because the board is technically adjourned.
Yeah, we really can't talk about it. Plus, it
But
would be-
Mary, if you have any questions as to whether something was received and you want to call my office, I'm happy to go over that with you to make sure that everything that you've submitted is included in front of the board.
okay.
All right. Is there anything else that we have to look at? Anybody else need to ask any questions? I don't see anybody here. I'm going to take that as a no. So we're all set as far as I can tell.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming. We'll see you next round.
Right, good night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.